Hi, we're the Huge Movie Fanatics here, and he's going to give you a solo review of The Last Stand, Arnold Schwarzenegger's epic.
Epic return after, he's been in shit, but not his own movie for 10 years.
Yeah.
And to be honest, when he did T3, I thought that was a perfect end movie for him. And I thought it was going to be. And when he did Governor, did he do 2 goddamn terms as governor?
Yeah.
When he did that, T3 was a perfect movie for him to go out because it was like his one, I think the role or whatever that really, or the movie that really got him stardom. So I gotta tell you, I mean, the movie as a movie is a decent 2-star lackluster kind of Lionsgate action movie. It's actually, I was actually impressed with the premise, which is some escaped drug cartel guy is driving in this super fast Corvette, the fastest car that you can buy on the market, driving to Mexico. It's a great premise, which is very like Speedish, where it's like it never stops. The movie starts and he's the opening is really great, basically, where you got some cop just in the desert and it's at night. And you see headlights in the rearview mirror. He's not paying attention. He's eating a donut or something, and the lights go out, and then it's like you see the side shot of the cop car and the guy inside lit with the light, and it's like, and this Corvette with no lights on goes right by him, and it's really cool, and with the surround and the sound and everything. I was like, wow, that's really cool. Some kind of Korean director did this. I mean, he doesn't even speak English, so I'm a fan of Asian directors.
nor does Arnold.
I've been a fan of Asian directors since like John Woo and stuff like that. I really like different national cultures' take on movies, and to see what they do because they do different things. So basically what I'm getting at is I was surprised at some of the coolness about the movie. And none of it has anything to do. And to be honest, Arnold, if you took Arnold out and just put someone, Shia LaBeouf, or just someone who's relevant in it, it would have probably been a better movie. The biggest.
This is my thing with Rambo too. The fourth Rambo movie, like. Take Rambo out of it, that movie would have been a little better.
Oh, really?
I mean, and I like Rambo. Like, the last movie was really quite good.
Which we'll review someday.
Yeah.
But basically, the biggest problem with this movie is Arnold, and it's just like, he got by on Oh, have you seen Expendables 2?
I still haven't.
He got by on Expendables 2 because he's got so little screen time, but the quote-unquote action that he does is a pass because it's so little, he's got such little screen time. But with the whole movie's worth of screen time, he's just, as he says in the movie, bored, and it's just like, it was actually, I'm a big Schwarzenegger fan, and a friend of mine, Willie Albert, bless him, back in like 1988, 1987, introduced me to Commando and Rambo First Blood Part 2, and if it wasn't for him, I'm so indebted to him, Willie Albert, for introducing me to this stuff at that age, because I got to grow up with Commando. I mean, what a kind of a childhood is that? In First Blood Part 2. So it was just such a travesty being that generation growing up with him, to see him in a movie just basically
howling about
walking to the drugstore and going into the diner and how are you today, beautiful morning, and it's like, why are you in this movie? Just so you can say beautiful day, isn't it? I mean, it was a real pity, and it was worse than I thought it would be as far as his age.
Here's the thing, like, I can't buy Arnold Schwarzenegger in the real world as a human being. Like, that's what it comes down to. He works as a robot. He works as, like, a commando, a Navy SEAL, or something like that.
He's always, because of his physicality, he's always been larger than life.
But, like, Stallone, I've seen him in other things where he's being just an ordinary dude, and I completely buy Stallone as the ordinary dude, even if he is older. Like, Copland is a good example of that. Or something where he's just sort of an everyman. He's huge and built like a brick shithouse, but like he's somewhat believable as a human being, whereas Arnold just isn't. And I think that's probably what the problem is.
That and his age. But I mean, Stallone and Schwarzenegger are about the same age, aren't they, relatively?
I think Arnold's 1 year older.
And Sly, I mean, last year seems 15 or 20 years younger in Expendables 2 than
Yeah.
Arnold does in Last Stand. Arnold seems like he's 70,
Yeah.
which he's
He almost is.
5 years away from 70. But Sly in Expendables and even Expendables 2 seems like he's 50.
Well,
or
even
40.
like Rambo or Rocky Balboa.
What
where,
he does,
like,
you know, and Arnold, and to me,
Yeah.
what Arnold does in this movie as far as action, I mean, he'll sit in the back of a school bus and point a Gatling gun out the door and fire it.
Yeah.
And it's just like, if that's the extent of your action, why are you in an action movie? And I can understand the different kind of action. If you're Arnold Schwarzenegger, and to me, if you can't do what you were famous for doing, just don't do anything. And,
Yeah.
or, you know, do a comedy or something, but don't be
Twins too.
Twins 2, Danny, I got something for you. But so the movie was kind of cool in spite of Arnold, which is something that was a surprise, like the
Yeah.
premise and the bad guy and everything like that. And the worst thing about it was Arnold, 2 stars for just a lackluster, you know, I think it was shot high def, Lionsgate action movie. So there you go. I mean, hang it up, buddy. I think that you fucked up. I mean, you should have just ended it with T3.
He and Stallone have a movie coming out either at the end of this year or the beginning of next year, and I don't know. Like, I didn't see Bullet in the Head, which was Stallone's previous movie, but I heard that it's not a great movie, but it's sort of passable because he's likable and whatnot, and his action co-star in it works well with him and whatnot. But I don't know, like, it's time to kind of
For who, Stallone?
For, like, all of them to kind of give that up a little bit. Like, Stallone can do better things, and I've seen him do better things, but he doesn't always just do action. That's the other thing.
Oh, yeah.
Like, past 5 years, that's all he's been doing. But,
Yeah.
But he doesn't always just do action movies, and he's quite a good actor to begin with.
Right.
More than people give him credit for. Arnold isn't necessarily. He's good as a Marine in Predator. He's good as a commando in Commando. He's good as he gives one of the best performances in Terminator 2. Like, I thought he was actually a phenomenal performance in that movie, playing the robot trying to understand humanity. But in other movies, he's just not that good to begin with.
And you know, that's what they kind of did a little bit in this movie, where they tried to. He's older now and he's doing some acting, and you can see it, but it's just, you know what? I don't want to see Arnold acting. You know, it's just it just seems wrong.
Yeah.
You know, even if he can do it, just give it a rest. And that's my advice to Arnold. I mean, Sly's doing pretty well still, and Arnold, just, you know, retire.
Yeah.
I mean, you've had a great career, and just meet women and screw women. That's pretty much all I gotta say. Any questions?
That's basically.
Fine. I'm just kidding. That's my review of The Last Stand, which, Arnold, that's all I can say. I've already said it, but just give it up. Give it up.
Truly,
And-
let this be your last stand.
Well, it won't, but it should
No.
be. So, I don't know if I'm, gonna necessarily, I probably, I don't know. It's just, I didn't realize how heartbreaking it would be to watch, but he really just, even walking, it just seems like it's hard for him to walk. So, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you later.